Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I should start making shorts or some shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so do you have to turn it this way? Okay. Real quick, I made a mention about why they don't want us to eat the fruit from the tree. They do not want us to realize that we are manifesting this horrible reality. That's why they don't want us to eat from that fruit tree. That's why they demonize snakes. Okay. They took the Ophicurious, Officitious. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. I'm like, somebody's got to have the freaking anchor on this. But anyway, so the snake that's correlated with Scorpio energy that got tied in there, that I don't think we'll ever probably know the deepest, darkest histories of the whiny puppy dogs, but we will find out after this video is over shortly. They do not want us to look at the 13th step. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Perfect circle fans. They don't want us in that energy of going, okay, this end year, whatever the heck it is, that's going to be in a couple months when Aries season starts. And as this is why they separate everything out, and there's 12 instead of 13. Okay, the 13th step is looking at the fruition, the deep, dark, subconscious undercurrent that has produced the very muck that we are now tasting in our mouths right now. Do you want to fight about it? Vicious savage. Dude, okay, so Fizzgig, which he's in Fizzgig mode right now. Ewoks and Wookie foot. Choo choo. Choo choo. Chewy choo. Yeah, so his breed is based up. So I get to live with a character that is from the movie days. You're so Cedo. Anyway, so that's why they do not want you to get into that. Oh, shadow work. Yeah. Go feel really bad about yourself and blah, blah, blah. But don't look over here. Don't look at the snake energy. That's bad. That's wrong. That's icky. Ew. Scary. Snake bite. Be worried. Be afraid. So our system can keep running. And whatever you do, don't eat the fruit off that tree. And it is not sex. Sexual energy is a thing, and it manifests and whatever else, and it produces. That's why they work so hard to hijack it. The Mormon Mafia owns Vegas. Hijacked. Boom shakalaka. Got you under the spell of like not having access to that sacred power within yourself. And it is not about going out and having schmecks with Tom, Dick, and Harry and Sally, Susie, and Schmo, whatever the hell it is, right? It's not about that. It is about holding sacred and not expelling the Cristo fluid that rises, the oil that rises up. So all of you Cancerians, I hope you haven't had any schmucksy time in the last couple days. And then for 3 days after this, and then no meat. Every time the moon is full in your sun sign, that Cristo fluid rises up the spine. Like the Kundalini snake thing does. Wink, wink. Motherfucking nudge, nudge. And anoints Christ, anointed Christ anoints your pineal gland with that oil, and you become a little bit more enlightened. Okay, it's not gonna blast your system open because that's not healthy for you biologically to take on, but that's what's happening to your system. Okay, just just so you're aware. Sorry, I think I made a video about this a couple weeks ago. About, when the moon is in your sun sign. Or I might have even made it before I took my long break. But nonetheless, here it is. Okay, so just the reason why they need to demonize the snakes is because as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so my soul. Somebody should make a song. Anyway, so not that one. That was terrible. Don't modify. I just told them not to. They won't. Okay, anyway, so I don't know why I'm shuffling cards. This isn't a read. So you're aware when I was getting feisty. Fine, if you're going to talk to the Dark Crystal, I'm going to wibbly wobbly it until you stop. I love you, Yoda. Who's a good boy? Taste some love. Okay, so sorry, that was Dogo speak. So the demonization, when that comes in, when the demonized takes hold, look deeper, look further, dig hard. Because when they try to make you scared of something or try to make something evil, that's where you need to dig, okay? You know what they don't really make evil? Men who do horrible things to people who do not consent to those horrible things. They don't really make that evil, do they? Nope. Just people who call them out for not being able to feed a 2-month-old starving baby. That's the people they demonize, okay? So, and that goes for all Abrahamics. It's not, we need to just step back from all religion because it is manifesting on the planet. And again, not allowed to eat the 13th step fruit. I might just blare that music today. I think I will, and just get into some drawing and art and whatever else and just get that out of my system. Because that's got me spunked. So, that's got me in the first level of Cancerian energy. Which is Sacred Protected Mother. Not the Cancerian that wants to control everything as a form of protection, but wants to protect the young. That's a can. What do you think that shell's for? Okay. What else? I think that's it. I just wanted to touch on that and make sure that it kind of got to your little core of they did it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. Just be vigilant of like how they're trying to control you and manipulate you. And a lot of times when like somebody has like massive amounts of following, sometimes their narrative has been hijacked. Not everybody, but just be vigilant. Like, this is now giving shill energy. Get into that Cancerian intuition in your own body. How you feeling in your skin? That's the Cancerian, that's the fascia Cancerian speaking. How does this feel in my body? Am I getting tight in some place? Am I getting a little ting-ting? Are the sirens going off? Is there red flags? Are the red lights flashing? Do I feel a little stiff in my back? Or do I feel a gut thing? Whatever it shows up for you. This is a multi-fractaled ecosystem. It's not going to be exactly the same. Typically, same general vicinity area that rules a particular energetic pattern will ting off for you. But there's ways in which we interpret things. There's clear thinking, which is like the Good Will Hunting dude that could just do math. There's clear knowing, like there's a gut-brain connect and back and forth of like, oh, this just feels in my system. Like, I just know this. Like, I just know, and there's no... and then it's not clarified until later, I guess you could say. There's a clear audio. There's a clear, you can see too. Some people, like, you can tap into seeing the matrix. And it's not just green, it's all different colors. And it's like a pastel, at least that's how it shows up for me, in like a pastel blobby thing with, sometimes it has symbols on the inside of the color blob. Clear smelling, clear tasting, clear touching. Sometimes you can hold an object and just get information from that object. What else? There's telepathy comes online when you get safe in your system, get your central nervous system to a space where it doesn't have to be in constant safety, but it does have instant access to it. And that's where you get the telepathy. For those couples that can speak across the room to each other, and you know, those besties that just give each other the glance, that's what they're doing. It's telepathic. And I have a A fuzzball. Oh, I have mine. The air filter is on. Okay, so just recall that when you're sifting through stuff this next year, because it's gonna, everybody who hasn't caught up is gonna catch up real quick. And so some of us might need to be there to kind of be like, yep, and just hold that space, and just hold the space. Don't be like, I told you so. Don't rub it in their face, because you already know it's a difficult process to have to go through as it is. Just be that support structure of yep. Okay, and show that person the fierce compassion that you had to show yourself, right? Anything else? Okay.